We think they're probably going to be up high more because
Morning.
of the feed. But
It's Saturday, 12/19, and we're back at it. Got the family together today, and I think there's 9 of us. And as you can see, we got a little snow to work with. And, do this first little piece at the farm. A lot of sign in here, a lot of tracks. So we'll give it a try. It's chilly, but fortunately I'm not sitting, I'm moving. So we'll let you know what happens.
Guys coming out.
that's behind you.
Well, that was a nice walk. We jumped one out of there, I'm sure, because I cut the track. It was headed right down to the deer magnet, and she saw a little flash of brown, and it made, I don't know, probably a 90-degree turn and went back out a little escape route that it had there. So I don't know if it wins there. I wouldn't think it would have from where she was, but I haven't checked the wind current here right this second. But anyway, that one gave her the slip. The boys said there was, down where they were in the hardwoods, it was all torn up, you know, feeding on acorns or whatnot. But so we're gonna keep going south here. Keep going south. It's gotta get warmer, right? Truck's going by. She just picked those other shooters up, go down the other end. On our property today. I'm gonna knock a couple pieces of this out and see what things are like, and probably go hit another couple spots. Well, I think it's 9 of us today, all family today. I think there's 9 of us. I had a short night at work. It was busy. Kind of paid for my 21 days off, I think. Yeah, out all night, as they say, but happens. I don't get a lot of those, so we'll live through it. So, we'll see what happens.
The cornfields of Meadville, Mississippi and Alabama, and all across this land. We were taught to hunt and fish. We all have a white-tail ridge. We love our country, we love this land, and we're proud to be free. From the ground we plow to stands we hang, we believe a man.
Well, you can hear I got a little woods operation going on up here behind me. Boys are gonna come out through that swamp, see if anything's sleeping out there. The deer hadn't even been in that last piece since the snow, so we're just checking stuff out. Turned into a pretty nice day. broke the paint out, so we'll see if it works. Now, if you're observant, you'll notice that my wardrobe has changed along with my hat. By the time I got done with those first two pieces, I was soaked. So, next adventure, they were calling for me to go in there and sit for an hour and a half. I said, that ain't going to happen. I'm soaked. We better stop at the house. And so we swung in the house, had coffee, come up with a plan, and I put some dry clothes on, and I said, well, I got to pull out some stops here. We're in a slump. So I changed my hat, and I put my new lucky hat that seems to be working there. My old Troy McKinney hat. That's, I don't know. It's working, so you got to stick with it, I guess. I tried to wear my brim there this morning, but keep the snow off my neck, but it wasn't happening. So we had to do something different. So that's what I did, and well, we'll see how that goes.
So we have one down. Old Pap's making the recovery. Met up with some of the guy in the woods, and they're having quite the good time over there finding the deer. So the rest of us are on hold right now to get that settled up and continue on.
Paint's working. Gotta paint up if you want to be serious. It's blood in the snow, so. We're pretty confident. There's gonna be one dead. This one's way ahead of the push, but we'll see if there's more. My nephew-in-law's got one down too, I guess. Got a good spot. See what we got in a little bit.
Where you going?
From the ground we plow, the stands we hang. We believe a man should pull his weight. We know what real hunting really is. Up on whitetail ridge. One nation under God, and united we all stand. From the cornfields of Meaderville, Mississippi and Alabama, and all across this land. We were taught to hunt and fish. We all have a whitetail ridge. We love our country, we love this land, and we're proud to be free. From the ground we plow, the stands we hang. We believe a man should pull his weight. We know what real hunting really is. Yeah, we know what real hunting really is. Up on Whitetail Ridge.
We've had over a mile drag with 2 deer. These guys went back to help with the second one after they dragged out their first one. No swearing. That's why we've taught our children to hunt, because we need the youth of them to drag these suckers out.
I'm not this fat and out of shape, I swear.
Comes the rest. We ended up, we started at 8. We ended up down to 6. 2 had to go to work, actually. So they did the first morning at the farm on our property, and now we're at private property that we are allowed to hunt. It's a great drive, but it is a long walk. Yeah! Nicely done, boys. You think he's gonna do something like that? No. How's your back now? Nice work.
Well, I gotta fill in some gaps as usual because I'm missing a little footage here and there, but I didn't get the recovery of mine. It was I'd call it a yearling doe, not this year's, year and a half old doe. It run up and it didn't go very far, but as you could hear on the clip there, that fellow that was cutting wood wasn't very far away. Well, it made it right up and tipped over and died just about in view of where he was cutting. So he yelled down to me, "Hey, you looking for that deer? It just died right here in front of me." So I didn't want to make a big fuss of videotaping and all that going up there to get it. I just went up. And I've known the guy my whole life, and he's a friend, family friend. So we went up, and he offered to throw it on the skidder and drag it out with him, but we were going the other way, so it didn't matter. So I just went up and dragged it down out of where he was working, dressed her out, and got it back down in the woods so we could get it drug out. So I didn't get any of that on video, but that deer come right up. I don't know, it was probably only 6 to 8 yards from me when I shot it. And it went down out of sight, up a little ridge there. Stopped again about 40 yards away from me. Stood there listening to that, watching and listening to that chainsaw run. I could watch the blood running right out of its shoulder. Well, it wasn't feeling too good. So I reloaded the muzzleloader and I shot it again. Because I didn't know, I mean, I could see it was bleeding. Anyway, it didn't go far after that. Just made a couple bounds. And, then it's everything in the boiler room was destroyed, so it wasn't going far. But anyway, don't let anybody tell you that a woods operation and a chainsaw runs a deer out, because that's like a dinner bell to them. Every logger I know will tell you, as soon as the machinery stops, the deer come running right over there to eat all those tender tops and buds and everything off what they're cutting. So you could hear the saw running behind me in that piece, and that deer headed right up there. It come up by me, I shot it, and it headed right up towards it. It didn't care. Then my niece's husband, a nephew-in-law as I like to call him, Cody, it was the second deer come through that piece, and he was across the swamp from me, but that big body forkhorn come out right over there to him, and he tipped that one over, and so that was a pretty good piece, boys. We only had two guys walking that time. We were down to 6 people by then. A couple had to go to work. Another guy had a family thing come up, and so it was 6 of us. And we there was a little less help than we like to have for that piece, but we made it work. And they said there was a lot more deer in there, but we only got 2 to come down in the direction we were in. So that was pretty good. I got some deer to occupy my time now. I got to go back to work tomorrow for another 24, and then I'm off until Christmas Eve, I guess. So I want to be breakfast and cheddar sausage, I guess. Some jerky. We'll get some use out of that. So it was a pretty good day. I still got to see what I got for clips from the boss there. She took some video for me, so I'll put it all together and see what we got. But that was a pretty good morning. I'm about ready for a nap, though. So anyway, thanks for tuning in. Pretty good way to get muzzleloader season rolling.